welcome to your deep dive. Today we're going to dive into the world of chakras, consciousness, and some pretty wild ideas about the human body and like the universe. We've got a stack of YouTube videos to unpack, and you know me, I'm always up for exploring the unknown. So are you ready for this?
Absolutely. These videos are a fascinating mix of ancient spiritual concepts and modern scientific ideas. So we'll definitely need to keep those critical thinking caps on, right?
Okay, so let's just jump right in. We got talk of third eyes, ancient secrets, even Santa Claus tied into spiritual energy. It's a lot to process. What jumped out at you when we were going through all this?
You know what struck me was how these videos kind of present this narrative of personal transformation, right? Like through unlocking this hidden potential. And they blend ancient symbolism with modern science, creating a story that's both familiar and intriguing.
It's like they're saying we all have these like superpowers just waiting to be activated.
Exactly. And the key, according to these videos, lies within these energy centers known as chakras. But they go beyond the basic idea of chakras simply being like energy points, you know? They suggest that each one has specific attributes and even potential pitfalls.
Yeah, and they don't shy away from getting specific.
Hmm.
Like with the root chakra, the one at the base of the spine, it's not just about feeling grounded. It's about like feeling safe and secure in the world. They actually say that a blocked root chakra can make you terrified of change and super resistant to new opportunities. Have you ever felt that way?
Oh, it's a common experience for sure. And what's interesting is how they suggest a lack of stability in childhood, like frequent moves or family upheaval, can actually create this energetic block. It's like your energy system is always on high alert, like trying to protect you from further instability.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense. And it's not just emotional stuff, right? They link it to physical problems like lower back pain and even digestive issues. It's all connected.
It really highlights this idea that our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being they're intertwined.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's where things get really interesting. The videos talk about the pineal gland and this whole third eye concept. They actually claim that modern life, with all its toxins and distractions, is actually suppressing our pineal gland and keeping us from like reaching our full potential.
Yeah, they definitely play up the mystical side of the pineal gland,
Yeah.
linking it to psychic abilities, intuition, and like connecting to higher realms of consciousness.
Yeah, they even suggest that things like fluoride in our water and a diet full of processed food can calcify the pineal gland, like blocking our third eye. I mean, it's a pretty wild claim, but it also kind of makes you think, right?
It taps into this idea that we're capable of so much more than we realize, and that maybe there are forces, both internal and external, that are holding us back.
So how do we break free? What do they say about activating our pineal gland and like opening our third eye? Well, they advocate for practices like meditation, visualization, and spending time in nature. They even talk about using crystals to amplify energy and clear blockages. It's like a whole DIY toolkit for spiritual awakening.
And it gets even crazier. They connect this whole third eye concept to the idea of Christ consciousness, suggesting that we all have this divine potential within us.
They actually draw parallels between Jesus' story and the process of activating this spiritual energy. They use this symbol of raising energy up the spine, almost like a ladder to higher consciousness. And it's not just Jesus, they even bring Santa Claus into the mix, talking about his journey to the North Pole as a metaphor for the spiritual ascent.
Wait, Santa Claus. Okay, now I'm really intrigued. Tell me more about that connection.
Well, they suggest that Santa Claus, with his ability to, travel the world in one night and bring joy to children, represents a state of expanded consciousness and unconditional love.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a pretty unconventional interpretation, but it definitely grabs your attention, right?
It definitely does. And it's interesting how they tie this concept of spiritual energy to something as seemingly ordinary as Santa Claus. It's like they're saying this potential isn't just for mystics and gurus. It's accessible to everyone.
Exactly. They present this idea that we can tap into this energy through practices like meditation, visualization, and cultivating, positive emotions like love and gratitude. They suggest that by raising our vibration, we can access this higher state of consciousness.
Speaking of raising our vibration, these videos, they really emphasize the importance of sexual energy. Specifically, they talk a lot about semen retention. They claim it's key to spiritual growth and longevity, highlighting this concept of transmutation and the potential downsides of wasting this energy.
It's definitely a controversial topic, and it's important to approach these ideas with a critical lens, right? They seem to be advocating for control and restraint, but also linking it to this idea of channeling sexual energy into creative pursuits. It's almost like they're suggesting, we can harness that energy and direct it toward our goals and aspirations.
That's an interesting take. It's not just about abstinence, it's about redirecting that powerful energy. So maybe it's about finding a healthy balance between expressing our sexuality and consciously channeling that energy. What do you think?
That's the key question, isn't it? These videos present a very specific viewpoint, and it's up to each individual to decide how these ideas resonate with their own values and experiences. What's important is that we engage with these concepts thoughtfully and critically.
Absolutely. And on that note, let's shift gears a bit and talk about how these videos connect the human body to the cosmos. They delve into this mind-bending idea of the human body as a microcosm of the universe, drawing connections between the 12 zodiac signs, the 7 chakras, and the 7 planets.
It's a fascinating exploration of the interconnectedness of everything. They suggest that by understanding ourselves, we gain a deeper understanding of the universe and our place within it.
They even say that our birth charts and the positions of the planets can influence our chakras and our overall energy. So it's not just about our sun sign. It's about the entire zodiac wheel and how we embody those energies throughout our lives.
They take it even further. They suggest that the process of conception and gestation is like a journey through the zodiac. Depending on when you were conceived and how long you were in the womb, they say you might be more deficient in certain minerals or energies associated with specific signs.
Okay, that's a new one for me. So it's like we're imprinted with these cosmic energies from the very beginning. It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it.
It certainly challenges our conventional understanding of ourselves and our relationship to the universe.
Now to bring it back down to earth, literally, let's talk about how these videos view food. They talk about it as a source of vibration, contrasting low vibrational processed foods with high vibrational fruits and vegetables.
They suggest that everything we consume, from food to music, affects our energy and our ability to connect with our higher selves. It encourages a mindful approach to what we take in, both physically and mentally.
So what does this all mean for us? Are they saying we need to ditch the donuts and become like chakra balancing, crystal wielding, semen retaining vegans?
Well, not necessarily. I think the takeaway here is that we have more agency than we realize. These videos are inviting us to consider the impact of our choices on our overall well-being, from the food we eat to the thoughts we think.
It's like a call to become more conscious creators of our own reality.
Exactly. And that's a powerful message.
All right, before we get too lost in the cosmos, let's break down some of these concepts in a bit more detail. Let's start by going back to the chakras and exploring each one a little deeper.
Sounds good. Let's start with the root chakra, that foundation of our energy system.
Great idea. We'll get grounded and then work our way up from there. Get ready for a wild ride.
So the root chakra, it's all about that primal, like instinctual energy, right? It's that sense of feeling safe and secure in the world, knowing that you've got solid ground beneath you.
Yeah, and what I found interesting is how they connect it to like our basic survival needs, like
Yeah.
having enough food, shelter, and money to feel secure. It's not just some esoteric concept. It's deeply rooted in our everyday lives.
Absolutely. And when that root chakra is blocked, it can manifest in some pretty surprising ways. They talk about how it can create this fear of scarcity,
Yeah.
making you constantly worry about not having enough, even if you're like objectively doing okay.
Like you're always in survival mode, even when there's no real threat.
Exactly. And that can lead to hoarding, overspending, or even clinging to unhealthy relationships because you're afraid of being alone. It's like that primal fear of being abandoned by the tribe.
That makes so much sense. And it's not just about the fear of lack, it's also about feeling stuck.
Mm.
The videos say a blocked root chakra can make you, resist change, even if it's for the better, like you're frozen in place, afraid to take a step forward.
Right. And the irony is that fear of change can actually keep you stuck in a cycle of scarcity and insecurity. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
So how do we break free from that? What do these videos suggest for balancing the root chakra?
Well, they recommend practices like spending time in nature,
Okay.
connecting with the earth, through gardening or walking barefoot. and engaging in physical activities that help you feel grounded and embodied.
Like dancing,
Yeah.
or maybe even something like yoga.
Exactly. Anything that helps you feel, connected to your body and present in the moment.
Yeah.
They also talk about the importance of creating a stable and secure environment for yourself.
So making sure your basic needs are met and surrounding yourself with supportive people.
Yes, building a strong foundation in all areas of your life.
Okay, so once we've got that solid root chakra foundation,
Mhm.
we can move up to the sacral chakra, which is located in the lower abdomen. This one seems to be all about creativity, pleasure, and well, sex.
It's definitely the chakra of sensuality and emotional expression. But the videos, they go beyond the typical associations. They suggest that the sacral chakra is also about our relationship with abundance and our ability to experience joy and pleasure in all areas of our
So
lives.
so it's not just about physical pleasure. It's about allowing yourself to
Yeah.
feel good in general.
Exactly. They
Yeah.
they talk about a blocked sacral chakra leading to emotional repression, difficulty connecting with others, and a general lack of enthusiasm for life. It's like you're dimming your own light.
And they really emphasize the importance of creativity as a way to unblock this chakra.
Yes, whether it's, painting, dancing, writing, or even just cooking a delicious meal. They suggest that engaging in creative activities helps us tap into that flow of energy and express ourselves authentically.
But they also talk a lot about the potential pitfalls of the sacral chakra, particularly when it comes to sexuality. They're pretty intense about the whole semen retention thing, and warning about the dangers of overindulgence.
That's where things get a bit tricky. They seem to be promoting a certain level of control and restraint, but it's important to remember that their perspective is just one interpretation. I think the key is to find a healthy balance that feels right for you.
It's like, how do you honor your own needs and desires without getting caught up in the extremes?
Exactly. It's about being mindful of your choices
Yeah.
and understanding how they impact your energy and overall well-being.
Okay, moving on up, we've got the solar plexus chakra located in the upper abdomen. This one seems to be all about personal power and willpower.
It's the chakra of the warrior, the one that helps us step into our own power and take action in the world. They link it to confidence, self-esteem, and the ability to manifest our desires.
They say that a balanced solar plexus chakra allows us to set healthy boundaries,
Yeah.
make decisions with clarity, and stand up for ourselves without getting overly aggressive or controlling.
Right. It's about finding that sweet spot between passivity and aggression. It's about owning your power in a way that's both, assertive and compassionate.
But when the solar plexus is blocked, it can lead to all sorts of issues. From
Definitely, they talk about it showing up as low self-esteem, feeling powerless or victimized, difficulty making decisions, and even digestive problems.
I'm noticing a theme here. It seems
Mhm.
like a lot of these chakra imbalances can manifest in physical ways.
It highlights the interconnectedness of our energy system and our physical bodies. It's like our emotional and mental states are reflected in our physical well-being.
Makes sense. So how do we fire up that solar plexus and step into our power?
Yeah.
What do the videos suggest?
They recommend practices like setting clear boundaries, taking on challenges that push you outside your comfort zone, and practicing self-affirmations that boost your confidence and self-belief. It's about cultivating that inner warrior spirit.
Okay, now let's move to the heart chakra, located
Yeah.
in the center of the chest. This one is all about love, compassion, and forgiveness.
It's the bridge between the lower, more physical chakras and the higher, more spiritual ones. It's about connecting to love, not just for others, but for ourselves as well.
They say that a balanced heart chakra allows us to experience deep and meaningful connections with others, feel empathy and compassion, and forgive ourselves and others for past hurts.
And they suggest that a blocked heart chakra can manifest in a variety of ways, from feeling isolated and lonely to holding on to grudges and resentment. It can even lead to physical problems like heart disease and respiratory issues.
Wow. So a closed off heart can literally make you sick.
That's what they're suggesting, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like holding on to all that negativity and pain creates a blockage in the energy flow, which can impact our physical health as well.
So how do we open up our hearts and let the love flow?
They recommend practices like cultivating gratitude, practicing forgiveness, engaging in acts of kindness and compassion, and spending time with loved ones. It's about nurturing those loving connections both within ourselves and with others.
That sounds lovely. And speaking of expressing ourselves, let's move up to the throat chakra located in the throat. This one's all about communication, right?
Exactly. It governs our ability to express ourselves authentically, communicate our thoughts and feelings clearly, and speak our truth with confidence and integrity.
They say that a balanced throat chakra allows us to communicate our needs and desires effectively. Listen attentively to others and express ourselves creatively through writing, singing, speaking, or any other form of self-expression.
But when the throat chakra is blocked, it can lead to all sorts of communication problems. They talk about feeling like you can't speak up for yourself, having difficulty expressing your emotions, and even experiencing physical problems like sore throats, thyroid issues, and neck pain.
It's like you're literally choked up, unable to get your words out.
Exactly. And it can create a lot of frustration and misunderstanding in relationships. It's like you're trying to communicate, but the message keeps getting garbled.
So how do we clear up that communication channel and get our voices heard?
They recommend practices like journaling, singing, public speaking, and any other activity that encourages you to use your voice and express yourself authentically. They also talk about the importance of active listening, paying attention to both your own words and the words of others.
It's about finding your voice and using it with clarity and purpose.
Right. And it's about creating a space where open and honest communication can flow freely.
Right. Now let's get to the chakra that everyone seems to be obsessed with, the third eye.
The third eye chakra, associated with the pineal gland in the center of the brain, is all about intuition, insight, and connecting to our higher wisdom. These videos, they really emphasize its mystical qualities, linking it to psychic abilities, astral travel, and even accessing other dimensions.
It's definitely the chakra that sparks the most curiosity and speculation. They talk about awakening the third eye and suggest that things like fluoride in our water and a diet full of processed food can block it, keeping us from our full spiritual potential.
They promote practices like meditation, visualization, and connecting with nature as ways to stimulate and open this energy center. It's about tapping into our intuition and seeing beyond the physical world.
And finally, we reach the crown chakra, located at the top of the head. This is the ultimate connection to the divine.
Well, it represents our connection to universal consciousness, to a sense of oneness and spiritual enlightenment. The video suggests that living in alignment with our highest purpose, trusting our intuition, and cultivating a sense of gratitude and connection to something greater than ourselves are all part of activating this chakra.
It's like the crown chakra is the gateway to experiencing that feeling of interconnectedness with everything.
Exactly. It's about transcending the limitations of the ego and realizing our true nature as spiritual beings.
So we've journeyed through all seven chakras, from the grounded stability of the root chakra to the transcendent wisdom of the crown chakra. It's amazing how each one plays a unique role in our overall well-being.
It's a fascinating map of human potential, suggesting that by balancing these energy centers, we can unlock our full physical, emotional, and spiritual potential.
And the cool thing is, these videos, they don't just present these concepts in isolation. They connect them to the cosmos too. Remember how they talked about the chakras, the zodiac, and the planets?
Right. They suggest that just like the universe unfolds in cycles and patterns, so do we. They draw parallels between the 12 zodiac signs, the 7 chakras, and the 7 planets, implying a deeper connection between our inner world and the cosmos.
So we've talked about how the videos connect each chakra to a specific planet, but they also dive into how those planetary energies might, like, manifest in our lives, right?
Yeah, they suggest that understanding these planetary influences can provide insights into our strengths, weaknesses, and even like our life purpose. For instance, they link the planet Mercury, which represents communication and intellect, to the throat chakra.
So someone with a strong Mercury influence might be like a natural communicator,
Right.
or have a knack for learning languages.
Exactly. They might find themselves drawn to careers in writing, teaching, or anything that involves, expressing ideas and sharing information.
That's fascinating. What about Venus? Which chakra do they connect that to?
They link Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and harmony, to the heart chakra. They say a strong Venus influence can manifest as a deep capacity for love, compassion, and a natural inclination towards creating beauty and harmony in their surroundings.
I can see how that fits. Venus is all about those heart-centered qualities.
And it's not just about romantic love. It's about a general sense of appreciation for beauty, both in the physical world and in relationships.
What about Mars?
Yeah.
That's the planet of action and energy. Where does that fit into the chakra system?
They connect Mars to the solar plexus chakra, the center of personal power and willpower. They suggest that a strong Mars influence can give someone a lot of drive, ambition, and a fearless spirit. They might be, natural leaders or athletes drawn to challenges and competition.
That makes sense. Mars is all about that assertive energy. It's interesting how these planetary archetypes seem to align so well with the different chakra qualities.
It speaks to this idea that we're all connected to these larger cosmic forces, and that understanding those influences can help us tap into our full potential.
They also touch on some pretty intriguing connections between the chakras and ancient myths and symbols, right?
Right, like they point to the ancient symbol of the Ouroboros, the snake biting its own tail, as representing the cyclical nature of energy and the concept of Kundalini energy rising through the chakras.
So it's not just about ancient deities and stories. It's about recognizing these universal symbols and how they reflect our own inner journeys.
Exactly. They suggest that these ancient myths and symbols weren't just random stories, but ways of encoding profound spiritual truths that have been passed down through generations.
It's like a hidden language waiting to be decoded.
And they encourage viewers to explore these myths and symbols, not just for their historical or cultural significance, but for the insights they can offer into our own spiritual evolution.
This deep dive has been a wild ride through chakras, consciousness, cosmic connections, and ancient wisdom. It's like we've peeled back layers of reality and glimpsed something truly profound.
What I find most compelling is how these videos empower us to take ownership of our own energy and explore our potential. They offer, practical tools and techniques for working with these concepts, making them accessible to anyone who's curious.
Exactly. It's not just about passively absorbing information.
Mhm.
It's about actively engaging with these ideas and seeing how they resonate in our own lives.
It's about remembering that we're not just physical beings, but energetic beings connected to a vast and interconnected web of life.
It's about realizing that we have the power to create our own reality and manifest our dreams.
And that's an incredibly empowering message.
Well said.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's one thing you hope listeners will take away from all this?
I hope they'll feel inspired to explore these concepts further, to tap into their own intuition and to trust their own inner guidance.
I couldn't agree more. This deep dive has given you plenty to ponder. What will you explore further? Remember, knowledge is most valuable when it's understood and applied. So keep questioning, keep learning, and keep diving deep. Until next time, happy exploring.